Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host, Saeed. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Monday, October 11, 2021, right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And you're viewing Real Talk with Saieed Ali live on Synergy Television. So viewers, I do want to say a special good night to you. Those of you up the Caribbean, those of you around the globe, those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, a special good night to you. So remember viewers, I always say share our live stream. It is very important to us. Monday to Friday. Remember we give you up-to-dates on events and incidents that happen right here in Trinidad and Tobago. So share our live stream on Facebook and YouTube also. Remember those of you that are having spiritual problems, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who have property to sell or looking for a property to buy, you can also contact me. So as we start off our program tonight, the People's Republic of China has donated laboratory supplies for COVID-19 testing. The supplies were received by Caribbean Public Health Agency, CAFA, and was made by His Excellency, Thank You, Ambassador for the People's Republic of China. The donation was worth approximately $77,000 US and includes one dry ice machine, 60,000 pair of gloves, 100,000 tips, 250 plastic automatic bag, and 5,000 storage vials. Also, 500 cryo boxes. So viewers, that was donated by the Ambassador for the People's Republic of China. Thank you. So we do want to thank them for their kind contribution towards Trinidad and Tobago in the fight against COVID-19. Caller, good night.
To all your listeners, what kind of Monday this is? Mashup Monday?
Talk to me, listening here.
All right, listen to me. First of all, let me express my disappointment with the budget debate. The government and their ministers has not accounted for their budget. They have not told us how they spend their budget, the money from last year, or they have not told us what they prepared to do. Now, let me tell you all the confusion about the UNC, etc., is not what supposed to have happened. When you are doing a budget, it is numbers, arithmetic, and it is strategies. So this thing, what they're trying to pull over our eyes, has not worked with me and a lot of people. For example, let us look at the three critical areas that presently confront this country. One is the pandemic. Yeah, to date, or as of today, 1555 deaths. A 7-day average is between 44 and 48. If we extrapolate that, we're going to get 2,000 deaths. The Minister of Health, and by extension the government, has not told us what they are going to do to mitigate people dying. People dying average 745 a day. They have not told us that. They have not told us that the rotation policy has failed. And they're supposed to move away from that strategy to get the best people inside there to mitigate instead of having 5-4. For example, if you compare Guyana, which basically have a smaller population in Trinidad, but it is the same ethnic composition, they have currently 840 deaths. If we extrapolate that, you know what they will get? They will get 60 deaths lower than Trinidad. What is Guyana doing that is superior to us? Guyana didn't have no lockdown for 17 months, didn't have no SOE for 5 months, and they have managed it better than us. The other issue, crime and homicide, apparently there's an uptick. The Minister of National Security, the recently appointed one, The Prime Minister embarrassed us as a citizen by putting him. I want to know what they're doing to mitigate it. If we extrapolate what we have today, we're going to get 380-something deaths. Look what happened yesterday. You hear a man die in a pool. 2, 3 of them. What the police was doing that? Are they going to intervene and arrest and charge the person and all the people who went by the riverside or by the pool? And you're not supposed to go there? The other thing is, and this is a serious one, and bear me out, school. You know Shiva Boys lockdown, right? Mm-hmm. Because one teacher apparently exposed all the children inside or students. There's another school in Central Bay. A teacher apparently believes she is exposed to the COVID. She gone for PCR test, a whole month and waiting. And the principal and the rest of the teachers not doing anything. Are they waiting for something to happen? They have to make a decisive effort. They should have sent that person immediately to get a PCR test. You're not waiting to do corrective action. You have to do preventive action. I don't want to call the name of the school in Central. Those are the things the ministry and the Minister of Health and the Ministry of Education is not managing it properly. And the last thing, I hear the Prime Minister went to Belmont and he says supporting, you know the fellow that wear the tie-dye pants? He is called himself the prophet. He support him with all that thing about Lord Nelson. You ever hear Lord Nelson? If he support him, that means cabinet supporting that fella for writing that, what they call it, the indemnity, and preventing materials and information from going to the UK. And the UK there's a big court battle in the UK with Lord Nelson and all of them.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. Education Minister Dr. Nian Gasby-Dolly have stated that students of Form 1 to 3 who are vaccinated will be allowed to return to physical school in the next 2 weeks if all goes well. Gasby-Dolly stated that she called on parents to have their children vaccinated to send them back to school as this was best for them.
I've been authorized to say that the second phase of our reopening is being considered at this time. And once all goes well, our Forms 1 to 3 vaccinated secondary school children will join their Forms 4 to 6 peers in physical classes within the next 2 weeks once all goes well. That is what is being considered at this time. We have been responsible as a country. We have provided vaccines for our citizens. We have done all we can to make our schools safe. And we exhort our citizens now to do your part. Vaccinate your children and send them back out to physical school. Online school is not a substitute. Physical school is where they need to be, in a blended learning environment, and we are doing all we can with all the resources given to us at the Ministry of Education to ensure that our students receive the best chance of success.
She added that the allocation given to her ministry would be used to continue to distribute electronic devices to students, create an educational, technology, and other initiative. Gasby-Dolly further noted that $645 million was allocated for GATE to help scholarships. Now viewers, listen to this. She added that the allocation given to her ministry would be used to continue to distribute electronic devices to students. Wasn't it earlier last year, I believe, or early this year, they allocated millions of dollars, about $20 or $40 million to buy devices for students? Didn't the Ministry of Education allocate, I believe it is earlier this year that happened, about $20 or $40 million to buy devices for students? Now you're going to use allocation here now that you got in this budget to buy devices for students. So what about all the thousands of devices that were given to you all? How many students collected devices? We ain't hear nothing about that. We ain't hear nothing about that. But you want to use some of the $645 million now well, look good, yes? All you good. Let me tell you something. If all you forget, if the people forget to keep track on all your Real Talk keeping track. Real Talk keeping track. So viewers, sources that have reached out to Real Talk stated that a 14-year-old who received his Pfizer vaccine is currently warded at a hospital in severe complication. And watch me, me talking about over the phone conversation, I talking about physical conversation. Saieed, so and so and so and so. I wouldn't call the hospital to put them on the spot, to frighten people now, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Me sending my son back out to school from 1 to Form 3, God could come down and say, Saieed, send your son. I'm telling him no. I'm telling him no. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back, there's lots more in store. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and investor businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. Oropouche East MP Dr. Rudal Munilal have called on Attorney General Faraz Al-Rawi to be referred to Privilege Committee of the House of Representatives. Munilal claimed that Al-Rawi breached the parliamentary privilege during his contribution to the debate on Friday. Al-Rawi, in his contribution, stated that the leader of the opposition is also not telling the country that under her prime ministership, she received rentals from the government. However, Munilal noted that the statement is absolutely false and misleading. He confirmed that no family member of the member for Siparia benefited from any government rental.
The statement that the members of the family of the leader of the opposition, having received government rentals, is absolutely false, untrue, and misleading. I have served as the Minister of Housing and Urban Development in the government led by the member for Siparia and had full access to cabinet notes and minutes, so I would have been aware of any such government rentals. Further, the Property and Real Estate Services Division, responsible for government rentals, fell under my ministerial portfolio. This according to the Trinidad and Tobago Gazette, Volume 51, number 120, dated 6th of July 2012. Additionally, I have known the member for Siparia and members of her family for over 30 years. As such, I can categorically state and confirm that no family members of the member for Siparia benefited from any government rentals.
Now viewers, in response to Munilal speaking, Speaker Bridget Annaseth George said she would rule on this matter at a subsequent sitting of the House. So you forget this matter. You forget what Al-Rawi did. But lower down the road, you go correct this mistake. How does that sound? So if the child break a bottle now, you wouldn't spank him now. Later down the road, if you had to cut his tail now, you go cut his tail for that and this at the same time. Does that make sense? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead.
Is this an open conversation? You can speak about anything?
What's that?
Can you speak about anything?
As long as it is not anything vulgar, yeah?
Okay.
Or pertaining to the issues in Trinidad?
Yes, well, it's concerning a matter pertaining to the House Development Corporation, ADC. Right? We have, where in Las Culturas, we have an ongoing problem from since 2011 for the ADC. You keep writing letters to them, right? You keep complaining to them, came and said they were going to come back since 2012 to address it. And from since then, now they have addressed nothing and it is getting out of hand, it is getting worse. No matter how much time to go in, how much time to call, nobody is not listening to anything. Right? So I don't know if you can bring it out to the air, whoever is responsible for maintaining these buildings and dealing with taxes and stuff like that, if they could attend to these things getting out of hand. Right? People want to kill your family, but I say to reach to. And I don't know if they want to make the news and then they will listen. This is in Las Alturas, so the lady on the phone.
Thank you, my dear. Wow. HDC again. HDC again. So viewers, now remember I have some vehicles for sale. Drop the video, guys. Just one picture each. Mercedes-Benz. Beautiful E250 Mercedes-Benz. 200,000. You come out 150,000. I will give you some time to pay the rest. Next one. I have my Range Rover HSE Sport. It's just the model before the 2019 model. $275,000 viewers. $200,000. $225,000 down, and we'll make some arrangement. I also have a BT50. New model BT50. $125,000. High series. TDP. $100,000 down, and we're going to do some financing for you all. So viewers, don't forget, we have the black BMW that I'm giving away for the food drive. I want to give away this car in the first week in December. All I'm asking you to do is to make a contribution of $1,000. Now the reason why we're doing this is that the car has been parked down. And it makes no sense that the car parked down. I bought it to raise funds for the Rape Crisis Center, but like I said, because of the economy, I want to give away the car in the first week in December month. Make a contribution of $1,000. Now the $1,000 is where we're raising funds. Christmas coming, right? And for the month of December, we want to give out at least 200 or 300 hampers for homes. I have 175 names already. Right? This is what we gave out about 2 weeks back. About 2 weeks back, yes. That was some packaging that we created. It was at least 100 hampers we gave away. Real Talk did that without asking anybody for help. But I realized Christmas coming up. We're in October. About 2 weeks again for October to finish. 2.5 weeks again. And then it will be November and December Friday. So we're keeping our Christmas drive early, viewers. Early. What you could do is make a contribution of $1,000 and you will be in the box early for the draw of this BMW in the first week in December. So that's all I'm asking you to do, viewers. So we're moving on now to Terence Dial Singh and how much spent on COVID-19 in Trinidad thus far. Minister of Health Terence Dial Singh have stated that over $500 million has been spent in the past 18 months by the Health Ministry in fighting COVID-19. But I thought the Minister of Finance gave us a different budget, a different figure a couple of weeks back. How much billions he said was spent? I can't remember how much Imbert said how much billion was spent on COVID-19. Now, however, viewers, it was not clear if the amount given include the cost of vaccine. But them bringing out details and them ensure. So we hear a different thing from Colin, and we hear a different thing from Health Minister, and then we might hear a different thing from the Prime Minister. The other thing stated that $509.7 million was spent for COVID-19 experience.
As I accounted the population for our expenditure, the COVID-19 experience has cost this country $509.7 million. Consumables, $151.1 million. Equipment, $42.1 million. HR, hiring over 1,000 persons, the majority of which are doctors and nurses, $277.3 million, and infrastructure, $36.2 million. I am hoping that next year, this figure will be substantially lower if we get more and more people vaccinated.
You see, every time you hear this man talk about the figure would go lower if we get more and more people vaccinated. The vaccinated people getting sick, all that still is foolish talk. The vaccinated people getting sick, as well as the unvaccinated, but yet all are pushing this foolish propaganda that, you know, if they're vaccinated, they wouldn't get sick and nothing will happen to them. Crap! You're selling foolishness. You're selling false news. He also dismissed Opposition MP Anita Haynes' claims that the government was forcing persons to take the vaccine. How you can dismiss something like that? Or you're forcing people to take the vaccine. Listen this. You cannot make it mandatory. But you come up with something now, something they call safe zone. If you ain't vaccinated, you cannot go there. So you trying to tell me that this zone all are creating, COVID-19 cannot go into this zone. That is what all are trying to tell me. And that is what all are trying to tell the public. This safe zone, if you're not vaccinated, you cannot go there. Well, automatically what you're telling me? If you're not vaccinated, you can't go there. You give me an ultimatum. That is what you do to me. You give me an ultimatum. Said if you want the rice, you have to get the vaccine to go get the rice. Really? So how you could dismiss Anita saying the government forcing persons to take the vaccine? You ain't shoving it down their throat in one way, but technically you're doing it in another way. The other thing added are persons who are given options and information to make their own decisions.
The person who spoke before me, the Honorable Anita Haynes, spoke about coercion for vaccinations. This government is not coercing anybody. We are giving people the options, we are giving people the information. And it's that type of talk which is not helping the national vaccination program. You know, we must be careful how we characterize the vaccination program. We are not coercing anybody, but we are giving people the choice to make an informed decision.
The private sector, the other thing said, also joined the fight and spent $18.6 million on vaccination site. Daily, it costs $75,000 to $200,000 for the government to run vaccination site. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Call good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
This government lied much. I saw a board in Port of Spain. It says nobody stick with the vaccine but source of death. They are lying to the public. I know a family, whole family are sick right now, who took the vaccine about 5 months ago. Everybody is very sick. That is how it is. And the government is lying to people all the time. And because people are fed up in the country, I spoke to people on my job today, and people are fed up in this country. They are well fed up, Mr. Saeed. Something needs to be done quick for this country.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Let me tell you something, eh? Bullying does occur in many different ways. Many different ways you would find bullying. A water park is a safe zone. A water park is a safe zone, correct? Correct? But the beach is not a safe zone. Terrence, I have to say you went to school in August. I have to say that. Water park is a safe zone. So I wonder how you're going into the pool to bathe. With your mask on? You educate yourself enough, Terrence. You're well educated. You are the Minister of Health. But you telling me the water park is the safe zone, but the beaches are not the safe zone. And when a family go to a water park and they just carry their little eats and drinks, when you go to the beach, what you carry? Not your eats and your drinks? How sad it is, boy. These individuals who creating this policy for the road trip. How sad it is, boy. You see, that is why the government extended the SOE to suspend the rights of the citizens. That is what they did. And I'm saying it without fear, and I'm saying it without apology on live television. It's to clamp you down from protesting on the streets. It's to make sure you're home so that you wouldn't riot against the government, so you would not embarrass them on an international level. Because if the whole country decides to protest, you know what happening? It is an embarrassment to the government that they cannot run the country. So what they do, you extend the SOE. It's a state of emergency where the rights of the citizens are dismissed. It is suspended until further notice. Where's all these top-notch lawyers, and how come nobody is standing up for against the government? All these top lawyers and them, how come one of them ain't right to the Ministry of Legal Affairs stating that they will take a stand for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago? Since their rights have been suspended, I, so and so, a legal attorney, would stand on behalf of the citizens. How come we have seen nobody stand up like that yet? So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, it's Mashup Monday. We'll be back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
So remember, viewers, I always encourage you. Set up a fixed deposit with us. Set up a fixed deposit with us. You can start from $10,000 going up the ladder. And remember, it's 2.5%, the highest percentage rate that is being paid out presently on any fixed deposit in Trinidad and Tobago with any financial institute. We are topping it. So you're planning for the children, you're planning for yourself, you're planning for the grandchildren. Contact us today at 267-7325, 238-6716 or 339-1670. Come in, we'll sit down, we'll have a chat, and I will show you how it will benefit you the most. Start from 10,000, go about 2.5%. Compare Real Talk Financing and Investment Company. Let me tell you something. Compare that 2.5 figure to any figure that you are getting on your return right here in Trinidad and Tobago. And you will see we are on top. So as we continue our program tonight, viewers, Opposition Leader Kamala Persad-Bissessar has continued in her criticism of the government management of COVID-19 virus. Speaking on the vaccination safe zone or the vaccine safe zone sites, which came into effect today, being Monday, she questioned the effectiveness. How many police officers does the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service have that have both doses of vaccine? That's one thing to start with. Opposition leader also labeled the measures as a gimmick use to help pad the minister thin budget. She also added that in regards to employees, Industrial Court President Ms. Deborah Felix states that changes cannot be made to any contract of employment.
And then there's the issue of unvaccinated employees. Now have to produce a PCR test every 2 weeks to continue to work. Who pays for this? This contradicts the opinion of the President of the Industrial Court, Deborah Thomas Felix, that terms of employment cannot be arbitrarily changed by an employer. No one in government has answered this question. Clearly, these are unrealistic measures that foster neither health nor economic advantages. I view this safe zone policy as a gimmick. It's meant to help pad the minister's thin budget and it amounts to vaccine appetite.
Just imagine you have safe zone in a water park. You have safe zone in a gym. So hear this Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk. Our Minister of Health said you could breathe in the virus. The reason why they suspended gyms, because you're sweating, right? You're sweating. If you're running outside, if you're running on a track and you sweat could have COVID-19. That would cause your partner to be what? Contaminated, correct? Correct, Trinidad and Tobago? All of a sudden, the gym fall under a safe zone. The water park fall under a safe zone. So what about if somebody who has the COVID-19 now, and they are also double dose with the vaccine, and they goes to these sites, what will happen? What will happen? Let's say something now. Talk. Call. We have a call. Call. Good night.
Yeah, good night, Said.
Go right ahead, my friend.
Said, I have two topics, and it's two important topics, right? Listen, this vaccine, where the people take it to Trinidad, nobody never come on and tell you how long this vaccine lasting in a human body, right? And then, they're supposed to tell you like it will last 3 months, 5 months, 6 months or whatsoever, right? Because if people could afford to get the COVID when the vaccine work out. And then the WHO certified the Sinopharm vaccine, right? For the people, right? We agree about that. The point is the foreign states, if you're about to go for a holiday, you can't go to the country. But them country, telling the most a Chinese product on them country right now. But they don't want the people who take Sinopharm vaccine to come to the country for a holiday. So you see how biased it is? You understand? Because they're selling the most of the Chinese product in the country. You know? So why the people can't take the Sinopharm vaccine and travel to any part of the world they want?
Thank you, my friend. Now, meanwhile, they are saying criticize opposition leader Kamala Prasad Bisasa for her comment regarding the proposed safe zone, calling it a gimmick. The other thing stated, let us give it a try and then see where the evidence leads us.
And this is why the leader of the opposition today, when she condemned the safe zones without it even starting, is to be condemned. Let us give it a try. Let us give it a try. And then see what the evidence leads us. The business community wants the safe zones. The Bar Owners Association, they want the safe zones. But the opposition leader condemns it without the thing even starting on Monday. Let us work together hand in hand across this proverbial two swords length of space.
Terence, let me tell you something. How all of a sudden the bars wants the safe zone? Which bird whistling in your ears? Since last year, bars closed in Trinidad and Tobago. Since last year. And they were begging to reopen. They were begging. They went as far as, you know what, we will open up. Just let the people and buy their drinks and go. So we could make a little money to pay our bills. But you all deny that. You all deny that. All of a sudden the bars want the safe zone. Terence, if you did open the bar since last year and the same policy you have now, where they will not consume alcohol on their premises, you could have implemented that since 2020. But all of a sudden the bars want safe zone. The bars are reaching out to you to asking you all why it is they can't drink on the property, on the premises. But you know what? You know what, Terence? The water park. The water park is a safe zone. So you're diving in the pool with your mask on. Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. This man making a mockery out of all you. A mockery. Double dose to go in a water park. To go in a water park, to jump in a pool with a cloth wrap on your nose and your mouth. That is the same man who went to Parliament and said, oh, they go pay $1,000 if follow the wear mask. Now the water park open up. How are you going in the park? Where you drinking from, your nose or your ears? What you go do? You go throw the water. When you're ready to drink a soft drink, you go throw it down your ears. You all, the citizens of this country, we are being made a mockery. We are being called dunce in a different way. We are being called stupid in a different way. We are being called dotish in a different way. Call a good night.
Good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
You don't have to pay to go in the beach, you have to pay to go in the water park. That's why you look the water park.
Yes.
Right? It's all about the money. Right? Good night.
Thank you, my friend. You think they care about your health? Let me tell you something. There's one thing I ain't doing. One thing I ain't doing. I am not vaccinating my young son to send him in school. No way. He will continue the online classes. Gatsby Dolly said the best thing to do is vaccinate them and send them out to school is the best place to be. Let me tell you something, one by one, the schools will shut down in Trinidad and Tobago. One by one. Mark my words. Mark my words. One by one. You see it already start? It already start. Let me tell you something. The government have suspended our rights to protest on the streets via SOE. But one thing you cannot do is to suspend my rights to come on national television in my own studio and go live for Trinidad and Tobago and viewers of Real Talk around the globe to hear what is taking place in Trinidad. Let me tell you something. On the outside, they're calling me Duncy Head. You know why? You know why? We have some people making decisions for us. Apparently, they're making these decisions while they're sleeping. While they're sleeping, they're making these decisions. So somebody who has COVID-19 and you're double dose, you could go to the gym and sweat. That is acceptable. That is acceptable. I heard restaurants in Trinidad and Tobago, some restaurants are not opening. They are not opening because it would look bad to know the vaccinated sitting down and having dinner and the unvaccinated cannot go in, because normally a family is going together to have dinner. Families, the husband, the wife, the children, big and small. So the restaurants who have decided now to stand up against this policy, I would support you. I would support you. This is victimization. Because at the end of the day, before COVID, was everybody who could afford a restaurant carrying their family. And so now the government come out with a policy like this now. It's sad. It's stinking sad. It's ridiculous. Ministry of Health reported that 7 new cases of the Delta variant were detected in the country, brings the total number to 49 cases. Out of 7 cases, 5 persons had no travel history. The ministry also stated that 3 of the 7 cases were fully vaccinated. Where the health minister gone? Where the prime minister gone? You all forcing people to take the vaccine. Technically, side if you're vaccinated, you can't go there. You can't go there. Watch that chocolate and wish it well. You cannot go there. That chocolate is only for vaccinated people. But hold on. Hold on. Hold on. The ministry also stated that 3 of the 7 cases were fully vaccinated. So wait now. If that chocolate is only for the fully vaccinated people, and you telling me here that 3 out of the 7 cases were fully vaccinated, what does that tell you, Trinidad and Tobago? They also added that another person of the 7, they also added that another person of the 7 cases succumbed to the virus, making it the 2nd person who have died from the Delta variant. They going want to blame the Delta. In December 2019, or let's start from September 2019 to January 30th, 2021, how many individuals died in Trinidad and Tobago via lung failure, kidney failure, heart attack? How many people? Did the hospital report it and release it to the health ministry? Did they go public with it? No. No. All we know is somebody now, in 2020, coming along from February, March, all we know is that 10 persons died in hospital and they had COVID-19. The Minister of Health would never say, well, you know, they died from a heart attack, but they had COVID-19. You see, while you strengthen COVID-19 with your mouth, you would not come out to the reality, to the real fact, and telling people, oh, they had comorbidities. What was their comorbidities problem? This is where the real facts come out. Meanwhile, Dr. Avery Hines confirmed that there have been 2 deaths from the Delta variant, and both were unvaccinated and fully vaccinated persons have contracted the variant thus far.
With respect to the deaths from confirmed Delta variant cases, we have so far noted 2. Now, among the cases that we have had of Delta variant, we have had both vaccinated and unvaccinated individuals. So we have noted that both individuals with a full vaccination and those who have not been vaccinated, both sets of individuals have been affected thus far. Now, while we will not specify the vaccination status of a given individual, we are again going to reiterate that in general, across the board, the individuals who have passed on since vaccination has become available, the individuals who have passed on since the vaccine numbers and proportions have been rising, have been, in the vast majority, more than 95%, have been the unvaccinated individuals. So again, the importance of having the vaccine to reduce your own personal risk of having an adverse outcome is being emphasized.
People are taking the vaccine for many reasons. Now, people, they have no other choice but to take the vaccine to go to work. To go to work. And that is where you're going against human rights. Why? You are creating some other policy in order to trap human beings into taking what they don't want. Where's the human rights lawyer for Trinidad and Tobago? Where are all these lawyers? I have nothing against lawyers, you know. I have a team of some top lawyers. But I am making a statement in general. Where are the human rights lawyers? When they sit down and analyze this policy that the government has brought out to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, where are they? Where are they? It's sad, eh? It's sad that nobody's standing up for human beings. It's sad that everything the health minister and the individuals that govern Trinidad and Tobago, everything they come out with, we have to swallow it. You do not have to swallow it, my fellow brothers and sisters. You don't. You have rights. You have rights as a citizen to choose something. But what they did, they went around your choices. That is what they did. They went around your choices. So where does it leave you? Where does it leave you? You have no other choice but to walk down this pathway and do what you don't want to do. There are many issues that I could stand right here and talk. Many, many issues facing Trinidad and Tobago. But one is the privilege of freedom. One is the privilege to choose. One is the privilege to speak out. One is the privilege to stand without fear. Who was the individual that visited the president? Why the president haven't submitted the police, the selected individuals for the commissioner of police? How come the president never submitted to parliament? What kept that back? There are many things we could talk about. There are many, many things we could talk about. But we talk about your rights being suspended through an SOE that is serving no purpose. An SOE from 9 to 5. What purpose that does serve? You tell me. We have rampant killing. We have robberies taking place. Carjacking still taking place. Everybody's on the move as normal. What the bandit cannot do in the night, they're doing in the day. And it goes on. It goes on. So viewers, just a little reminder, there's a rerun of this program Tuesday from 11:30 to 12:30. If you missed it during the night, not a problem. Not a problem. You can look at the rerun. And remember, I'm encouraging you tonight, viewers, to make a contribution of $1,000 and a chance to win a MG Sport BMW. First week in December, we're giving it out. And for those of you who are looking for the right investment, times are getting harder. And what are you doing? Would you continue to get the interest rate of 0.05% from other financial institutes? In some, I hear some places doubles raise. Correct? Doubles raise some places. Flower and raise. Flower and raise. Curry and raise. I believe VAT taken out from oil. And doubles raise. Cooking gas price ain't going up. Gas price ain't going up. Oil? But I thought I take off VAT. Doubles is Mr. Doubles just now? Wow. Wow. Up to this evening I pay $5. But nevertheless, viewers, under the UNC administration, they took VAT off 7,000 plus items. Again, our feedback. 7 plus thousands. They remove VAT from. How much item did they remove VAT on this budget? You see, I could stand here and talk about many, many different things and bring it in light to you, the public, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. But we're talking about your rights have been suspended. Your rights. It is safe to go in a water park, but it's not safe to go by the beach. It is safe to go in a gym, to sweat, and let the person next to you contract COVID-19. It's sad, you know, boy. It's sad, you know. We have some decision makers in Trinidad here. I just wonder sometimes. I just wonder. In the water park, safe. But by the beach, it's not safe. Today, tonight, I stand with the restaurants and them who refuse to open for vaccinated people only. And if you know your rights as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, you would know who you have to boycott. You would know who you have to boycott. When cement went up to 200 a bag in the pandemic, this is cement shortage. Now that hardwares are allowed to open, those same hardwares that bust all your head with 200 a bag, now that same cement is selling for almost $50 a bag. You see, it's all about the right thing. And people don't like to hear the right thing, you know. Nobody likes to hear the right thing. Nobody. Everybody rather go wrong a crooked corner than go straight. And as we say, that is just how it is, Saeed. That is just how it is. One man stood up for Egypt. That is Moses. One man. Just one man. And look at the change Egypt had. So if one man stand up in Trinidad and Tobago for a change, Mahatma Gandhi was one man. Martin Luther King was one man. And they stood up and changes took place. So you trying to tell me Saeed can't change nothing? I've gotten about 7 or 8 legislations and amendments pushed for the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago thus far. One man. This one man don't have to go out and protest. This one man come and right here on your television and tablet and computer from 7 to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and I'm making a change. So viewers, we are out of time for tonight, but nevertheless, there's a rerun of this program the next morning from 11:30 to 12:30. So if you miss it out during the night, you're tired, you're on work still, you could catch us the following morning. Remember, plan your children's future with a Real Talk investment. Set up a fixed deposit with Real Talk Finance and Investment Company. So, until we meet again, Allahumma salli ala anta bakur kubala illa inna laba eka ar anna za Allah. God gave you, the meaning of that is God gave you an eye to see, a mouth to speak out, 2 foot to stand on, and an ears to hear. Laba inta kurba illa samba uno rukuma la illa. How you use it is so you will be judged. Until we meet again, good night.